Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the broadcast. Well, Tucker Carlson has just come out and issued a warning to the American people. And not just a warning, but he's made a really huge, bold move that is really going to cost him, I think, quite a bit, especially a lot of liberal outrage about what he has to say. And he's caused liberal outrage for quite some time, which is why I love the guy. He says things that are real, that are true, and that are really happening in society. And he puts his career and life on the line, I believe, doing so. With that, I want to take you to an article that I found on it on gatewaypundit.com. And here's what it's headlined: Leftist heads explode. Tucker Carlson is in negotiations to interview Vladimir Putin. Now, before I actually show you the article, I just want to say, despite the views of Putin, because I don't care for the guy, I don't care for Putin, I don't care for Xi Jinping, I don't care for any of them, right? A lot of them are very tyrannical dictators. But either way, Tucker Carlson's job is to report on what's going on. And in light of everything going on with the war, I think this is an absolute bold move on his part, right? But here it is. It goes on to state in that article, Russia Today, the pro-Putin state-owned media outlet, reported this news earlier today. Fox News anchor Tucker Carlson has been seeking an interview with Russian President Vladimir Putin, RT editor-in-chief Margarita said on Sunday. It goes on, Carlson strongly requesting an interview with Vladimir Putin, Semenya said on a talk show aired by a Russian TV channel. It would be great if someone listens and notifies the president about this. Carlson has not commented on the matter, as Putin rarely gives one-on-one interviews to foreign media. Now, at this time, we don't know. It doesn't look like Putin has accepted it. It just looks like Tucker Carlson was interested in potentially interviewing him. Now, he also goes on to talk about this in a discussion that he had on a podcast. Take a look. And this is where I found it. You could see they just tweeted it out. Canota the Great tweeted it out. But here's what he says, in this podcast. Take a listen.
I'm not hiding anything, but I was definitely hiding my plan to go interview Putin just because it's an interview.
So how did that happen?
Business.
How do you know the NSA broke into your signal?
Because they admitted it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Can you...
Wow. So, and I'm going to cut it off there because he gets really into detail, and I'm just going to kind of summarize there. But he says very clearly he does, and he did have a plan to interview Vladimir Putin. And then he goes on to say how the NSA was watching his text messages, and they came across a text message to Tucker Carlson where he reported that he was looking to that person. He said something about interviewing Vladimir Putin, and his contact gets back with him, tells him what's going on, and the NSA says, yep, that's absolutely right, and for good reason. First of all, that means they're just hacking into anyone and everyone's text messages. And it really looks as if they're honing in on, say, more popular people and more conservative people like Tucker Carlson. So as a result of him wanting to interview, whether you agree with him wanting to interview it or not is beside the point. The fact of the matter is Biden's National Security Agency was watching him like a hawk. And I honestly believe that they probably watch pretty much everything he does, as I believe that they do with a lot of high profile cases. And this is why I say that we are not a free country in the United States of America. When you allow privacy to be invaded at that level, and they could do whatever and however they want, then we have some real issues in this country. And the truth of the matter is there just isn't enough outrage by it. And they continue to do it, and they continue to do it full force. And it's not just, the United States government and branch of these three-letter agencies. It's these, social media companies as well who are monitoring and watching everything that we're doing. I mean, talk about the ultimate surveillance state and George Orwell's 1984. This is what we live in today. Now, Tucker also issued an interesting warning recently as well, right? Take a look at this. And this is another speaking engagement that he had done. But Tucker in Budapest, the people who run the United States are dangerous and insane. Now, he goes on to talk about, what's going on specifically in Hungary with the United States government. And here he posts on Tucker Carlson, the world is realigning at high speed and turning against the United States. But the Biden administration is spending its time harassing one of our sincere allies in Europe, Hungary, for the crime of being too Christian. Now, this is a 26-minute video I encourage you guys to watch. But at the end of that video, he says something rather interesting. And here's what he says at the end of the video. And it's in that same Gateway Pundit article. He says, "I love my country, but the people who run it are now dangerous and insane." And he says that because, like he referenced in that video, the United States of America is going after one of our longest allies simply, in his opinion, for being Christian. I do agree with him that, the people who run this country are dangerous and insane. We have a sitting president who we know is just a straight up puppet, following the dictates, I believe, of the intelligence community. We don't fully know. Could be Obama, could be the intelligence community. Somebody's telling Biden what to do. We just don't know who. Because Biden's not even able to put sentences together. He can't even walk off a stage. I mean, it's gotten really obviously bad. And we're at I believe, a dangerous level and an perilous level when they're arresting, a presidential candidate, when they're listening in on conversations and text messages by news reporters. Then we have some serious issues. And I know all of you agree with me. We're not in a free country anymore. This is absolutely a third world country, and we may not be there financially yet. I believe that is the end goal, and I hope to God that I'm wrong. But we're getting more and more under subjugation here in this country. So I think that's why Tucker Carlson is now taking steps and making those bold moves, unlike we have seen ever before. Anyhow, I wanted to tell you guys about all of that. As a quick reminder, get to restrictedrepublic.com. Look, I put out exclusive content on there. Justice Knight is going to be putting out a huge report there that you're not going to want to miss. But we give exclusive content there, content that we add on to our videos that we don't post here on YouTube. And by the way, you can get it for less than a cup of coffee for $5 per month. Use the coupon code LISA and the number 5. This is a huge way you can support us and help support what we do so we can stand against corruption and tyranny. Anyhow, I love all of you. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.